Recently, Neace has been climbing up much of his elo losses, playing his signature Trendemir. How is this possible? How has he been going up from Plat 3, where he dropped with a horrible win rate, all the way up to Diamond 2? Is he buying boosting and win trading? Are his teammates stopping trolling him, or is it something else? I'm going to explore that in this video. So the main thing that seems to be setting Neace up for success is his Trendemir, which he is OTPing currently, and he's getting a lot of MVPs. And now this is a new Trendemir setup that I think can work well for mid. I don't think it's necessarily ideal for top lane at all, but he is running Fleet Footwork, and then Scorch and Absolute Focus secondary. And this is meant to be able to sustain him and deal a bunch of damage with like a quick combo and then leave against ranged mid laners and maybe even ranged top laners, theoretically. Now, has Neace been boosted? Is he duoing? Like, there's been some speculation around this, and I don't think any of that's true. I mean, he's definitely not duoing. He has no one that he's been played with a lot of games or anything on stream or anywhere like that. And I don't think he's paid for boosting. He's streamed most of these games. But then what is it? I don't think it's just his team's getting better. I think he is on winner's queue right now. Like, his teams have been better than they were before. I will admit that. Like, before his teams were kind of bad. Now his teams are like pretty good. But he's actually doing pretty well. And I will say, like, we have to give Neace some credit for this. But does he deserve a lot of credit? In my opinion, it depends. We'll have to see. Because Neace has been playing Trendemir for years. Like, look at his most popular video, 1.1 million views. I first away for 20 minutes. He's playing Trendemir 2 years ago. He's played Trendemir his entire life. And he's been playing League for a very, very long time. I mean, some of these videos are like 6 years old. So, I think that we can praise Neace right now for a little bit. But we have to see what will happen with Trendemir. Being a one-trick Trendemir and climbing up Diamond 2, it's not as bad as it was before for Neace. But it's not impressive yet. We need to see Neace hit Masters. We need to see him maybe even hit GM. Because he's one-tricking. People like Tyler1 or whatever, when they go to Korea, they don't one-trick. Even Tyler1 was able to hit high elo career. Not Challenger, but high elo. And he was just playing Phil and trolling. And he was also betted against a lot more than Neace was. And he was inted and trolled a lot more than Neace was, despite whatever Neace says and whatever videos he makes about preseason players. So, I think we're just going to have to see. But this new build is pretty interesting. I do think it shows potential. He is getting MVP and stuff a decent amount of time. And, I mean, he's just been spamming this Trendemir, but working. I mean, he was getting shut on before. He was claiming he was just, like, trying stuff out. But it's clear that he's not really focused mainly on trying things out. I mean, he is trying out a new Trendemir build, but this is a champion he's been playing for years. All that trying things out thing has been a bit of an excuse. Like, he wanted to climb with Kindred and stuff, but he couldn't. So now he's just going back to his basic, and he should have done this earlier, frankly, in my opinion, but yeah. Here's a video he made about
this season, I decided that I was going to take the opportunity to learn some new stuff. Now, eventually we started losing a lot, and I got all the way down to Plat 3, and then I had an epiphany. What if I take Trendemir, and instead of all this shit, attack speed, what if I just go Adaptive Force double, and I go Scorch, and I go Absolute Focus? And what if...
So the main part here that you need to realize is that he's just going Trendemir. It's not as much as runes as him just going a champion that, first off, is very powerful in solo queue. Like, extremely powerful. But also one that he knows how to play, and it's in the solo lane. He sucks at every lane besides top and mid. I mean, he can only play mid and top. He can't play jungle, he can't play ADC, he can't play support, he can't play any of those roles. So he's going back to his basics. Now, I don't think anyone can expect Neace to be able to climb every single role. That would be a bit unfair. But I would like to see, if Neace claims he can be a multi-role challenger, I would like to see him eventually start to play other roles and other champions. But mainly the other roles part, I mean, I guess if he plays Trendemir jungle, that's cool too. But I want to see what he can do without OTPing like he has in the past. He has proof that he is at least a decent Trendemir player. But we'll see what continues from here and what elo he gets. The challenge I have for Neace right now would be to play ADC. He's never played ADC as far as I'm aware in his entire life. He's played jungle to climb, he's played top to climb, he's played mid to climb. He's never played a bot lane role to climb, and I'm pretty sure he could try to play ADC. Maybe support, but I think ADC would be one of his best roles to try. I don't think he'd be good at it, but I mean, to improve at it. It would be a hard challenge for him, but I want to see if he can climb at it. He coaches every single lane, and markets himself as a coach for every single lane. So I would love to see him play ADC. I mean, he's playing like crazy stuff in the bot lane. He's playing like Fiora in the bot lane, Trendemir in the bot lane, Ezreal in the bot lane. I mean, Ezreal in the bot lane is not crazy, but his Ezreal is horrible. So, I don't know. I would love to see him expand outward. Said he's been trying new stuff, and that's why he dropped down to Plat 3. But he wasn't even really. He was playing jungle. He's climbed in jungle before, not as high as he has in top lane, but he has climbed in jungle before, and he has played it a lot. He's played Nocturne a lot. So I really want to see him play the bot lane. That would be my challenge for him. I don't think he has to, and I think he could OTP Trendemir, and if it continues to work for him, maybe that's what he should do. But I don't know. I also love the way that Neace's videos have changed. He stopped flaming his teammates now, like he was before. I mean, I guess he's been getting better teammates. That actually is true, I think. But before he was just flaming his teammates so much. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a better turn for Neace at least. I hope his ego drops a tier or two, and he can actually climb. It would also be great to see him climb on more champions, but if he doesn't want to and he can't, I guess maybe he can just continue what he's doing, because it's working.